Hey, if you liked the video, be sure to hit subscribe here on YouTube, follow us over on Facebook, and join the chat on Discord. You'll find links down in the description. Rithwald Racing Shop is now open. If you need some short track attire, be sure to check out the link down in the description.
Hello, Rithwald Racers. Welcome to another episode of Modified Mondays, the show where we give you an inside look at an iRacing season. So this week we're at Southern National Speedway. We had some technical difficulties getting the stream out this week. Hopefully we'll have those fixed for tomorrow on Tuning Tuesday. But car-wise, we actually had a really good time tuning the car. We actually put some extra weight into the front springs, and that really got the car down. We were maybe a second off the pace. Now we're only maybe a tenth or 2/10 off the pace, depending upon what server we're on. But let's see how things pan out as we do 50 laps around Southern National Speedway.
All right, here we are at Southern National Speedway. We are starting in 5th place in the yellow number 6 car. And we are green flag racing. A little bit of a bump from Danny Izzo. He I was slacking on the accelerator and he was right on it. As soon as that thing went green, he floored it and gave us a little bit of a bump, but we are holding on to our 5th place spot. Austin in the blue number 7 was starting in 2nd place. He is starting to really fall back on the pack. Both I and Danny Izzo are going to get by him, so we've kind of settled ourselves into a rhythm. Let's see if we can stay within the top 5. Now we're looking at Justin Verschneider. He's been in a couple of our videos down at the back of the pack. Oh, and he barely avoids a wreck. A little bit of a bump on his tire. He started in 6th place, just on the outside of us, and fell back to 9th, but that'll move him back into 7th. Now we're on board with the gyro cam of Danny Izzo's car. He's trying to chase us down. We both end up hitting the wall, sliding down into turn 1 and 2. You can see just how close this racing is. Both using up our tires pretty heavily. But the racing is intense. Let's see how things go throughout this race. Now he's going to start making the move down the inside. Close racing, but fair racing, no contact. Austin's going to be looking down the inside as well. We're going to try and keep it tight, see if we can hold on to our spot. Side by side across the start-finish line into 1 and 2. We're going to get a good amount of speed coming out the corner, side by side racing again. He's got the inside line, though. It's going to let him carry a little bit better of a line through the corner and try to see if we can stay side by side, but we figure out it's actually better to try and get in line, save the tires, and see if we can come back later on. Here's Austin getting a little loose as we come out the corner. We're going to be able to get by him. He does a really good job of making sure that it doesn't go into the wall there. See if he can come back later on in the race. And a little while later, we're getting slowed down by some back markers, getting by Patrick Hubert here, passing on the inside, using him as a pick to try and keep him between us and Austin. But a few laps later, Austin is able to really catch up and move down the inside. I got to do a better job of blocking and protecting that inside lane. But Austin makes full advantage of it, and he's going to keep it nice and tight. Another good battle here. But his car is just a little bit faster than mine. We try to do the over-under here. Unfortunately, just don't have the speed coming off the corner to be able to make that stick. We're hoping we'll be able to keep the inside line and maybe get that position back. Now we get Danny Izzo. He was currently in 4th, falling behind Andrew McKenzie. Andrew's going to lose it a little bit there. There's about 10-mile-an-hour wind, which in the real world shouldn't really have that big of an impact, but in iRacing it really does. Really tend to loosen up the cars. You saw Austin having a little bit of issue there. You saw Andrew having an issue there. And then we have James Kuhn in 1st place. He's going to win this race. James is rocking a 3,887 I rating. Started in 3rd place, was able to move into 1st place after just the 2nd lap, and he did a great job of taking that win. We are trying to get our 5th place position, but we were just not able to do it. Austin running a great race, qualified 2nd. Fell back a few spots, but he gave us a great battle throughout the course of that race. We're going to slow down here and congratulate him on taking a top 5. So we didn't get a top 5 this week. We got into the top 6, but with the strength of field in this race, I couldn't be happier.
So, not terrible. We ended up in 6th place. We've been trying to hit top 5 finishes all season long, but we had some really tough competition. That was the toughest strength of field that we've had to race against since joining iRacing. 2,300 plus I rating. We're currently running a 1,700 I rating. Guy in first place had a 3,800 iRating, so definitely some stiff competition. Everybody above us in the standings was above 2,000 iRating, so we had some really tough competition there, but we were able to pull out a sixth place spot. Pretty good. Let's go take a look at how the championship standings are panning out for this week. All right, let's take a look at that Division 4 leaderboard. Timothy Wilkins will hold on to the top spot for the second straight week after quickly moving his way up the leaderboard. We'll actually be taking the second place this week with just over 30 points separating us and Timothy. We're in the fight now, but we'll need to push for those wins if we want to dethrone Timothy. Chase Follett will move from 7th to 3rd this week, and he's only 1 point behind us. I'm really impressed with the level of competition this season. A new Paul enters the top 10 this week. Paul Massey takes the 4th spot with 243 points. Tracy Jenkins will reappear on the leaderboard this week to round out the top 5. Paul Hopkins Jr. will lead off the best of the rest and only 6 points behind Tracy. Cameron Ray, who was in 2nd last week, has fallen all the way to 7th. Let's hope he can get back in here and get into the mix. Newcomer Ryan Dingler from the Mid-South will take 8th. And oh, how the mighty have fallen. Tyson McConaughey, who led week 1, finds himself in 9th place this week. Finally, we have Brian Hughes rounding out the top 10. So that is going to do it for this week. We are going to be at Thompson Motor Speedway this weekend. Hopefully, if the weather holds out, it looks like there's supposed to be some rain in the forecast, but I'm really hoping we can get in the World Series. If you're going to be at the track, be sure to be on the lookout for us. Going to be rooting for Meg Fuller Racing, and we're also going to be rooting for the Meservey family. A whole bunch of them are going to be racing at the track, so be on the lookout for them if you're at the track as well. As always, be sure to check out your local short track, and I will see you in the next one. Peace!